Hey guys, Magnus Robert here, bringing you another Walking Dead Saviour video. Today we'll be looking at two saviours. They will be Wade and Cam from Season 6, who sadly never returned after their initial appearance. Wade is of course male. He is played by Darren Cooper. He is mid-40s to early 50s and first appeared in Always Accountable. Cam is of course male. He is played by Matt Lowe. He is early to mid-30s and also first appeared in Always Accountable. Nothing is known about their lives before the outbreak, but after it began, they both found and joined a group called the Saviours. Whilst Cam was your typical grunt, Wade was appointed by Negan as a lieutenant. Both men helped to terrorise other communities and steal half of their supplies as payment. And just before the episode, Wade was put in charge of a search party for Dwight, Sherry and Tina, who had just fled the sanctuary and of course stolen a bunch of medication for Tina. And obviously Cam was also part of this search party too. In Season 6, Wade and Cam both storm into the woods in their truck, ploughing through some dead trees. Wade gets out of the truck and strangely we just see the man's legs. He tells Dwight and family, "Let's end this." Sherry from a distance shouts, "We earned what we took," but Wade tells her that you're going to pay for what you took. You're going to pay for the gas that it took him and his men to come out here, and also the labour it cost him and his men to come out here. "Those are the rules," he states. Sherry then says the rules are batshit and Dwight tells Wade they are not going back. Wade then tells them to change the subject and whistles to signal a truck to plough through some more of the trees and for his men to fan out and search for the escapees. We then see Cam, for the first time, searching eerily close to where Daryl and the others are hiding. Daryl rustles some leaves to distract Cam from a trapped nearby zombie, and Cam aims his gun and goes towards the noise, not noticing the zombie lurking behind him. The walker then grabs Cam's arm and bites it. He beats the zombie to death with his gun before he can do any more biting, and Cam calls for Wade that he is bitten, and Wade rushes over. With no delay, Wade takes off his belt and wraps it around Cam's arm to stop the circulation, and Cam tells him to chop it off. He then takes a machete and chops off Cam's arm. Cam screams in pain as Wade tells his men that Cam got a boo-boo and that they're going to have to go back. Wade then takes Cam's watch off his severed arm and helps Cam back to his feet as Cam grunts in pain. They then leave the woods and we never see them again. Now, I think it's reasonable to say that Cam died hours or days later from blood loss or some sort of infection due to his amputation. Wade is a bit trickier. Now, some think he just died because of all that war and he just died on one of the skirmishes, but seeing as he's a lieutenant, I don't think it's the case, because seeing as he's one of Negan's top men, he really should be at the meeting Negan has with all of his lieutenants at the start of the season, in Season 8. Meaning he had to have died sometime before Season 8's premiere. So there are a couple of contenders for this. First off is Season 7's finale, but again, Wade is not by Negan's side like Simon and Dwight are, so I don't think this is the case. Leaving one more option, which is the satellite outpost attack. Now in the show, Simon is seen to be the leader of this outpost, but this is only after the massacre that takes place in Season 6. So my theory is that Wade was actually the leader of the satellite outpost before Simon, and that he died during the first attack on the outpost, of course meaning that Simon took over as leader. This is further proven by the fact that Daryl and the others had believed that they had wiped out all of the Saviours. Now, although the audience doesn't see Wade's face, Daryl must have seen it, and he'd obviously be able to deduce that this guy is a top dog. So Daryl really would be second guessing if they had taken them all out if he hadn't seen Wade's dead body. So with all of this, I conclude that Wade was killed during the satellite outpost attack in Season 6, and possibly, if he survived, Cam too. R.I.P. Wade and Cam. I really like the mysterious way Wade is introduced into the show. I think it would have worked effectively if he, actually returned to the show, and it's a massive shame that he didn't. Cam is fine, is a little problem Daryl could solve, but it was just really odd that we never saw Wade again. It felt like a setup that just never got resolved. Now, Darren Cooper actually was promised by Scott Gimple that Wade would return in Season 7, however, he just never got a call back. So I think what actually happened is that Wade was meant to be Simon. The way Wade dresses and acts is just so similar to how Simon acts and dresses, and they're also both Negan's right-hand men. So it makes sense to introduce Wade here if he was hypothetically going to return. Now, I do know that Simon shows up in the Season 6 finale, but I reckon rewrites and stuff happened and they ended up landing Stephen Ogg, who was widely recognised for his role in GTA 5, so they opted to show Negan's right-hand man in Season 6 finale instead, and considering how widely he was received, they decided not to give a call to Cooper, as Stephen Ogg's character would serve his role instead. Also, to back this up, Simon is only referenced as Negan's right-hand man in the Season 7 premiere. So yeah, this video got lengthy, as I wanted to explain what I think happened to Wade. If any of you guys are interested, Darren Cooper actually stars as in the lead role in a short film where he plays an assassin tasked with killing Norman Reedus. And Norman Reedus is also in it, playing himself. Check it out and give this guy some love, link is down below. Anyway, tell me your thoughts on Wade and Cam, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.